wanna be a beautiful balance.
Here we go. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your love to me. I'll give a little bit. I'll give a little bit of my love to you. There's so much that we need to share. So send a smile to show you care. I'll give a little bit. I'll give a little bit of my life to you. So give a little bit. Give a little bit of your time to me. See the man with the lonely eyes. Oh, take his hand, you'll be surprised. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your love to me. So give a little bit. I'll give a little bit of my life to you. Now's the time that we need to share. So find yourself, we're on our way back home. Going home. Don't you need to feel at home? Oh, yeah, you're gonna sing.
Tennis Burnett and the Queen Street Band. Yes, give a little bit of love. Welcome, good morning, hello, how is everyone this morning?
Fantastic!
Yes, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We are a spiritual community. We come together in fellowship and community every single Sunday with really one purpose, and that is to celebrate an idea. Celebrate the idea that love is the creative force of the universe, and that we're all a part of that. And as we involve ourselves more with love in the world gets to be a better place. So we are a place for people to come to enrich their lives. For those of you who have been coming here, do you feel your lives are enriched?
Yes.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear that. So what we do, we provide programming and events and learning opportunities through classes and things like that. And we look to the great spiritual thinkers of all time, the great mystics of all time, for our source of inspiration for ourselves. So that's what we stand for here at the Center for Spiritual Living. And so we're going to celebrate that today. We're going to kick it off with this great song by Michael and Ricky Byers-Beckwith. You will maybe recognize it. If you want to sing along, the lyrics are on your song sheet. This part is not so easy to sing along to, though, so.
But it's fun.
It is fun. So I have a story to tell you as soon as I have a sip of water. The band's just going to keep going. I have my water now. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You know what?
What? What is
You
it on?
gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Here we go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Well, that'll wake you up. Yeah. Oh, today you're in for it. We have a yes, you're in for it. You're in for it today. Let me tell you, you are in for it. So every Sunday we celebrate this inspiration. We celebrate inspiration, we celebrate fun, we celebrate learning, we celebrate taking on this idea in a deeper way in our lives. I want to say welcome to anyone who's joining us today for the first time. As you came in, you might have been handed a blue card. If you have not been handed a blue card, go ahead and take one, and that will entitle you to 10% off in our bookstore today if you're visiting us for the first time, so check that out. I also want to let you know that we have discovered something about you, because whether you know it or not, we knew you were coming here today. Yes, we have that insight, and so we did a little research into who you are. And here's something that we have found. Everyone, you are magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. You are the magnificence of love expressing in human form right here and right now. And we know this about you because quite frankly, we know it about ourselves. So let's all affirm together, I am magnificent. I am magnificent. Yes. I also want to say welcome to our online community and say thank you for watching us this morning. Yes, there's so much going on. I'm so excited. Can you tell?
Yes, we can tell.
Yes. It's a quiet day.
I was thinking that because you did yoga at 8, you might have been a little,
Oh,
zen,
no.
calm.
No.
Mellow.
Yoga gets the energy flowing. Ah.
Better stop doing it.
Are you saying I have enough yoga flow? I've lost all control. All right, so let me tell you. I want to tell you about some people that we have in our center. They're called practitioners. We license practitioners within our center. What a licensed practitioner is it's someone who has studied and dedicated their life to this teaching, to the teaching that love is all there is, and that when we truly embody this idea, that we get to create better lives for ourselves. And it's an activity of co-creation. It's an activity of co-creation. With the infinite creative source, we individualize that infinite creative source, and so we get to use it for our own purposes. That's a mouthful. Here's what I really want you to know. There are some really inspiring people within this center, and they are available to you and for you. They're available to work with you. If you're facing struggle in your life, they can help you with that struggle, and they can help you through that time of struggle. One of our great practitioners here at the center is someone who I first knew through a Skype relationship online, and she was living in Newfoundland at the time when I arrived here, and we got to know each other through Skype. She has since made her way back to Toronto and went through practitioner studies with me and is a beautiful licensed practitioner. And actually, I forgot something. Hold on. She's actually watching us online today and using Facebook, and she was going to actually text in her stuff this morning. So let me just, okay. All right, Carmen, you're up. It's time.
Okay, thanks, Jonathan.
Okay.
I'm coming. Okay. A little quieter. Thank you. All right. Am I on? Kinship of all life is a remarkable, juicy, supportive, encouraging, inspiring relationship we have with anyone and everything, especially spirit and soul. Now that's some kinship, exclamation mark. Colon, smiley face, E, forward arrow, exclamation mark, hashtag kinship, hashtag love life, hashtag show up at Center for Spiritual Living with Jonathan Zenz, Helen below, feeling fabulous. Posts. Okay, 5 seconds. There's over 1 billion people on Facebook. Nobody's liked me yet. Okay, I will check the events I said I was going to go to today. Let's see. Nah, too lazy. That's too far away. I don't want to go to that one. Yeah, really don't want to see her brother. Oh, the barbecue. Not really hungry enough to go to that. Oh, well then, I guess it's a Mad Marathon. Oh, look. 1 million likes, 500,000 shares. I'm so popular. Ooh, oh, that's a funny comment. Reply LOL. Oh, that's even funnier. Reply LMAO, exclamation mark. Good job, Carmen, good job. I'm really reaching out and connecting with people in life. Yeah. Okay, let me just text Jonathan. 1 second. Kinship is online and flourishing. I'm tired, gonna take a nap.
Love life. Show up. Kinship.
Kinship for $1,000, Jay-Z.
It's the Daily Double.
I'll bet everything I have on Kinship, Jay-Z.
Carm, wake up. You're in a dream state. Step out of this. You're supposed to be giving a talk on kinship today.
Oh my God, Jackie, I had the most bizarre dream. I dreamt that my whole kinship with life was based on Facebook likes and shares and comments. And I didn't do anything. I never showed up in life. And then Jonathan was in my head. And then he was Alex Trebek. I was on Jeopardy. The thingy was Kinship. I got the Daily Double. And I bet everything I had on Kinship. That's it. Will you stay? Will you stay? Help me with Kinship? Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome. So Ernest Holmes writes, everything in the universe is for us. Nothing is against us. Life is ever giving to itself. So we must receive, utilize, and extend the gift. So clearly, Jackie, the moral of my dream is that in order to receive, utilize, and extend the gift of life, we gotta wake up, we gotta get up, we gotta get out, we gotta get together with life. We have to physically show up if we want to receive and utilize and extend that gift. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. So we can create remarkable, juicy, supportive, encouraging, inspiring relationships with anyone, everyone, anything, everything, especially spirit and soul. And I'm telling you, this is some serious kinship right here. So what kind of, So what kind of kinships are you creating with life? Smiles made with a colon and a parentheses, or this? Or this? What kind of laughter are you making? Like LOL, or are you actually having a good laugh? Thank you. Are you just making hearts with, that E and that forward arrow thing? Or are you doing this, saying it's so great to see you, right? This is serious kinship. So I know I want this kind of kinship. The kinship's like the ending of the movie Grease, where everyone is singing and dancing and enjoying themselves with each other and with life. We got together like wop-bop-a-loo-wop, a wop-bamboo.
We're for each other like
Wop-bop-a-loo-wop, a wop-bamboo. How about you guys? Do you want that kind of kinship? All right, stand up, because that's our affirmation today.
We're for each other like
Wop-bop-a-loo-wop, a wop-bamboo.
We're for each other like
Wop-bop-a-loo-wop, a wop-bamboo. Let me see your John Travolta move.
each other like
Wop-bop-a-loo-wop, a wop-bamboo.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you, Jackie. I'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Carmen.
I also want, because the theme is kinship, right? And I also want to recognize that I couldn't have done this today without the kinship of you, the band, Jackie, and some fellow friends who helped me create this. So it's all about kinship.
Yes, thank you. Well, let's take that idea into mind right here and right now. I'm going to invite us all to take a breath. Yes, take a breath. In the here and now, we are in this for each other together. Let's never forget that.
First morning light sets my intention right, open for another day. The fuel I need that allows me to breathe is love. Then I give it away, so it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. I give it away, so it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, the light in another day.
So let's take that energy, that recognition of kinship that we all share, allow ourselves to be open and receptive in this moment to these words of affirmative prayer from Carmen.
The love of all life is right here, right now. It is who and what we are. It flows in us, through us, and it extends out through us. As we show up in full support of life, of ourselves, of others. We allow life, allow love to show up in our lives because we show up, because we know that kinship, life is all connected. And as we give into life, life gives back to us. And so I say, let's choose love, let's choose joy, let's choose grace, let's choose harmony, let's just choose fun and laughter and joy, because that is what life is all about. And as we bring it into our lives, we can give more back out. We are kinship. Everything is kinship. And it's fun. It's fun. So with these playful words and these playful attitudes and this joy of life, I give this over to life. Speaking with my words, declaring what it is that I desire to experience. And life has no choice but to say yes. And I say thank you in gratitude with deep appreciation for me, for life, and for everyone around. I step aside, I get out of my own way. I let it go, I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is.
I give it away, so it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, the light in another day. I give it away. 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 So it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, oh, the light in another day. I give it away.
Thank you, Carmen. Thank you,
You are
Pierre
welcome.
Gautreau and the band.
Thank you. I think I got it all.
You think you got it all, but you didn't take any of my notes, right? That's good. That would be a disaster. No, it would not be a disaster. The song today, the featured song of the day, is from a musicale, which I like to make fun of myself because I have a musical theater background. I don't know if you know that.
What? Could have fooled us.
Shocking.
Get out of here.
I know, it's shocking.
Who knew?
This particular song, oh, hello. Can you turn this one on for me, please? This particular song is from actually a show that I did about 15 years ago, and what blows my mind is that it was about 15 years ago that I did this show. I'm a little, no, it was about 15 years ago. Anyway, I'm a little long in the tooth to play these roles now, but it's a fun show, and yeah, and I will have a little something to say about what we're singing today. And feel free to get up and dance if you want. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the
the age of Aquarius. Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abounding. No more falsehood or derisions, golden living dreams of visions, mystic crystal revelation, and the mind's true liberation. Aquarius. Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet, and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Do more yoga. Oh my. I need to catch my breath. Give me just a moment. Yeah. Let me see. 15 years ago. That would have made me. Sorry, I really do need to catch my breath. 15 years ago, I would have been 28 years old. You know, there's something about this particular show, Hair, that, here's how I usually talk about that particular production. And with all due respect to anyone who might have been in that production or is watching now who knew me 15 years ago, or even the director, it was not a great production. Like, the production values were not that great, but there is something about the community that is built within that show. First of all, we don't call each other a cast. It's not a cast that we are in. We call ourselves a tribe. And every production of Hair has its own tribe. And I think that there's something really, really special about that, to really explore the depths of the show's meaning, and it has as much relevance today as it did when it premiered on Broadway in 1969. It's a vision that I think we can still achieve. I don't know that we've achieved it yet, but it is a vision that I see is possible in this world. And that is that we respect each other, we love each other, and we are in a deeper understanding of the kinship of all life. That, let's face it, we're on this little planet, and it is a little itty-bitty speck of dust in the greater scheme of the universe.
We are on this planet together. Let's share it together. And let's understand it from that perspective together. This goes in line with what this whole month's theme has been, which is the kinship with all life. We see a world in which kinship with life prospers. We see a world in which kinship with life prospers. The whole web of life is absolutely that. It is a web of life. And I'm talking about life from the things that we don't perceive as alive all the way through the greatest expression of livingness that there is, which I don't even know if it's us. I want to be very clear. I think the dolphins have a lot on us. Really, they do. I mean, do you look at the research on dolphins? They're extraordinary creatures. The web of life means that we are all interconnected. Every single thing that exists is interconnected. And I'm talking on the universal scale. We are as much connected to a star 13 billion light years away as we are to the person who's sitting across from us. We are that connected with all of it. And if we pull one little thread, you know what? The whole thing can fall apart. Let's talk about just the planet. One little thread and the whole thing can fall apart. And to me, what this means is we must treat the planet with kindness. And I think that there's a lot of rhetoric around how we treat the planet, and I don't know that any of it has been resolved. I don't know that any of it is solved yet. But we are the people who can begin to step up in action, not talk about what the other people can do. Let us each step up in action ourselves to taking care of this planet. So we just celebrated Earth Day on Friday. Earth Day came about around the same time as hair. It was begun in 1970, and 1970 there was a funny thing I read online. It's actually on the Earth Day website. And 1970, it said, was a time when air pollution was accepted as the smell of prosperity. Think about that. Air pollution was accepted as the smell of prosperity because the more we created, the more we produced, the more we did, the more prosperous this world would become. And it was a total misunderstanding of what the true nature of prosperity is, which is it is within each and every one of us. We are as prosperous as we decide to be and as prosperous as we feel. And if we align ourselves with money to feel prosperous, we're actually we're off base. We are off base. Prosperity is an inside job. And so as we release the air pollution to go back to the ethers from which it came and allow it to simply dissolve into the nothingness, which it can do, and it will do, when we make the decision to move in that direction. And we have let's face it, environmentally, the world is a lot further along now than it was in 1970 in terms of the way we've turned things around. Yes, indeed. That's right. Sometimes I wish that we had a room microphone so that the people online could hear things like that, which they don't necessarily. Yeah. Albert Einstein is quoted with this: "Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better." Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. We are a philosophy that talks a lot about getting what you want, creating the life you want. And it seems like we're very much into let's pull it into ourselves. And I really want to turn that around today and say that this philosophy stands for co-creation. It stands for cooperation. It stands for knowing who we are to such a degree that we see it in all other aspects of life as it expresses. And when we truly embody this idea, we don't worry about getting the stuff because we have all we need. It all comes from within. Now, a great thing that happens is as we change our minds into this frame of thinking, all we require in life naturally flows to us without any strain. We don't need to worry about getting because we know who we are. That's understanding. When we talk about love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are, that's what we're talking about, remembering that we are the very energy of the universe in form as ourselves. So how are we treating our world? How are we treating our world? And this is not meant to be an admonishment of any kind, but how do you treat the world? How do you treat the world? Just check in with yourself. Are you doing all that you can do? I know that I can look at things in my life and say, yeah, I could do better at such and such a thing. I can. And next, following just the treatment of the world, how are you treating your fellow travelers? Do you approach life with kindness? Do you approach life with kindness? And this is for every single person you encounter, because that can be a challenge sometimes. I hear about relationships that people have with people that, maybe don't quite work for them. Can you accept that they may not be right for you in your life, but still treat them with kindness and allow them to go their own way? A lot of what happens is we find that somebody doesn't work for us in our lives, but we, for whatever reason, decide to hold on to that relationship. There's no law that says you have to hold on to any relationship that is not working for you. There is no law. There is only one law. That is the law of cause and effect. That means whatever I am thinking and believing and feeling is what shows up in my experience. That's the law of cause and effect. And so if I'm holding on to, in my own mind, some idea that somebody is doing me some good even though they are treating me poorly, when I hold on to that idea, I get exactly what my mind is thinking, which is that I will be treated poorly because I'm getting something from that. And you know what? Sometimes we've been taught to believe that feels good, right? Think about that. We've been taught that it feels good because when I step into that idea, I get to commiserate with my friends, and boy, doesn't that feel good. You ever have that experience? Oh, poor me. And your friends go, yeah, poor you. Oh, poor me, yes, poor you. Oh, poor me, yes, poor you. And it feels cathartic, but you know what? It is working against us. It is absolutely working against us. Let the people that don't work for you in your life go. Let them go. Let them go on their merry way. And you know what? There is a place for every single person in this world. Every single person. So how are we treating our fellow travelers? Are we allowing them to move on when they need to move on? And are we embracing the ones that we need to embrace? That's the other part of that question. Are we truly, with love and kindness, embracing the ones we need to embrace? The only person who can answer that is you. You're the only person who can answer that. So as we look at that and we think about how we treat the world and how we treat our planet, it actually makes me think when I was living in New York City. Remember, I was a musical theater guy. Yeah, I know, it's a shock, isn't it? Never, ever heard me say that before. When I was living in New York City back in the late 90s, and New York has come along. New York is a very different city now than it was back in the late 90s, but it had come a long way at that point from what it had been in the 80s. Not that I wasn't there in the 80s. I do remember the 80s a lot. I remember yes, I don't go on that. I visited Toronto for the first time in 1997, and I fell in love with Toronto at that time, and it's actually what kind of propelled me into the idea that I would live here someday. And then the universe took care of that. Thank you, universe. But I remember going back to New York after a weekend here, and all of my friends would say, oh, how was it? How was it? I said, it's wonderful. It's such an amazing city. It's like a clean New York. And it still, you know what? It still feels that way to me. If you go to New York, Toronto still feels like a clean New York to me. The multicultural aspect that I just loved about New York is here, and yet we take care of it a lot more. And I think there's a Canadian concept of taking care of things much more so than in the United States. And that's part of the reason that I'm drawn to this country, and I'm grateful to be living here, quite frankly. For those of you who don't know, I am a U.S. citizen and came here 4 years ago from Los Angeles, where I was working as an actor. Did I tell you, by the way? Practically the whole human race is hypnotized because it thinks what somebody else told it to think. That's Ernest Holmes. Practically the whole human race is hypnotized because it thinks what somebody else told it to think. You know what's a great way of expressing to you that you should not think what anyone else has told you to think is to basically turn to you and say, don't listen to me. Because I'm not here to hypnotize you into a frame of thought. What I'm here to do is to say, think for yourself. Think for yourself. You are part of this grand thing called life. You are. You are. Soak that in. You don't have to think what anyone else has thought. You don't have to be what anyone else thinks you need to be. Your job, as Carmen illustrated so brilliantly, is to be your unique self. And when we are all our unique self and step into our life's purpose, everything else takes care of itself. Everything else takes care of itself. At the beginning of the month, I talked about that we were going to have a book of the month. And the book of this month is Play Your Bigger Game by Rick Tamlin. And his whole purpose in presenting this work is to allow people to find within themselves the life purpose that they have and to give them tools to live it. What I love about his work is it is so easy to learn. It is so easy to learn. Basically, here's how it is. The bigger game is set up like a tic-tac-toe board. It's a 3x3 square. And each square has a different idea in it. So there are 9 ideas. And what these ideas are possibilities for where you are in your own life. Now, he gears this towards the business community, towards the corporate world. But you know what? We can all take this into our own hearts and our own personal lives. And here are the 4 quadrants: your comfort zones, hunger, compelling purpose, assess, bold action, gulp, sustainability, allies, and investment. Each and every one of us is in one of these 9 positions on the game board at any given time in our lives. So where do you think you might be right now? And there is no right or wrong. There is no starting point. There is really no ending point, because as you find yourself in one square, oh, well, now that's addressed, I can move to this square. Oh, yeah, well, no, I'm going to move to this square. So where a lot of us actually start, and this is not across the board, is in our comfort zones. Our comfort zones are those places where we feel protected, comfortable, and in many ways complacent. We're not willing to break through to the next thing. One of the other quadrants we might be in is hunger, where we feel that powerful desire for more, right? Do you ever feel that? Or maybe you're addressing your compelling purpose. Your compelling purpose is really the purpose-driven life. What is your dharma? Dharma being your life's purpose. What is it that you are expressing in life to be? Why are you here? Oh, that's a big question, isn't it? A big question. I can tell you, because you're right in front of me, Carmen has discovered her life's purpose. And this is something that is so exciting for me, because the day she walked in, you could see there was a change in her physicality when she said, I have discovered my life's purpose, and it is time for me to express it. So Carmen, would you turn her mic on for me? Carmen, would you please tell me, what is your life's purpose?
To spread the mattering.
To spread the mattering. People are like, what?
Exactly. You matter. I
matter.
matter. Everyone matters.
You matter. I matter. We all matter. That is her life's purpose. And everything, I see that everything she does, you can turn the microphone off now. No more words from Carmen. Because right now, I matter.
No matter what. So it is.
Everything she does in her life aligns with her life purpose. She's doing a workshop that is in your announcements sheet. She's doing a workshop here, a play shop. I know, it's such a habit to call it a workshop. It is a play shop, not a workshop, because it's not work, it's play. Here at the center, May 14th, it's a Saturday, at 10 a.m. I encourage you all to come and explore why you matter through play. Yeah, check it out. So, that's your compelling purpose. What is your compelling purpose? This is something only you can know. No one else can tell you what your compelling purpose is. But go on that exploration. Take that deep dive into deeper understanding so that you can understand what your compelling purpose is and therefore share it with the world. Once we know our compelling purpose, sometimes we have to take a step And that step is preceded by this thing called gulp, where that energy has built up within us. We've got our compelling purpose. That energy is built up within us, right? And we're considering action, and we might take it, gulp, right? Gulp. That's another square on our playing board. Then we make our investment. We take that step in. We make our investment. We consider, we plan, we process the needs to live our compelling purpose. This is kind of the business part of it, right? But business in life is the business of life. Within all of this, part of the kinship of life is that we must attract to ourselves the allies who support our compelling purpose. We must find allies. And sometimes allies will show up in your life in ways that you don't expect at all. They may show up in a way that seems antithetical to your compelling purpose, but what they are there is you have attracted that into your life so that they can teach you the lesson. But you're the one who created the lesson in your own mind to begin with. So allies show up in very, very, in myriad ways, in so many different ways. Friends, family, hidden allies, they're all there. But we must open our eyes to see them. They are there. Then we must step into sustainability. This is another square on the playing board. Sustainability, which is balance, finding the balance in our lives. Now, in this philosophy, we talk about a great life lived engages in the balance of basically 4 corners: health, wealth, relationships, creative expression. When those 4 aspects of our lives are in balance, we don't have a wobbly table. Think about them as 4 legs of a table. When they're in balance, we don't have a wobbly table. We have a solid foundation upon which to build our lives. And so if there's any part of that, if there's any one of those that seems like the leg may be a little shorter, take a look at that and understand that within you is everything that you need to make a correction. And if you need help making a correction, come talk to a practitioner. Within that balance, it is often a good idea to assess. Ask the question, how am I doing? How am I doing? How am I doing? And in the very center square on this playing board is bold action. Bold action. This is where you take the leap. This is where you break through the comfort zone. Bold action. It is through bold action that life changes. I took a bold action 7 years ago when I started my ministerial studies. And boy, has that bold action led to incredible things in my life. This community. If it weren't for that bold action, I would not have this community. And I'm so grateful to every single person in this room, every single person watching online, because we are all connected. Where we are on this playing board is only known to us. No one else. No one else can tell you where you are on that board. It is known to us personally. There is no place on this board that is right or wrong. Not one is more important than the other. And we always, always, always have the option to move to another square whenever we want. Anytime we want, we can move to another square. I may be looking at my allies right now and building up my allies right now, and oh gosh, okay, I see now I'm ready to go to gulp. But that gulp is leading me to bold action. And there's no right or wrong in terms of where you're going on this board. We are all of the same source, the same universal source, the same universal creative energy of love. And when we understand this, how can anything be against us? When we truly understand this, how can anything be against us? In each of these, when we're going through our life, remember that everyone else is at some other point on the board too. And to be kind is to have that understanding and not try to pull them to your square. Because sometimes even in the building of allies. We want to pull people to our square, right? Let them be on the board where they are. Let them be on their own journey. Honor them, allow them. In the allowing, and in recognition of the kinship of life and the community that we share, it is important to remember, always, I believe, that each and every one of us makes a difference in this world. Every single one of us makes a difference in this world. Never underestimate the power of you, because you make a difference. Why, Carmen?
Because you matter.
Because you matter. You matter. Jane Goodall said this: you cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. What difference are you going to make today? That's what I leave you with to question throughout this week. Namaste. We've come to the time in our celebration where we do our offering. And one of the things I was thinking about this morning as I was considering the day is to ask this question: why do we give? Why do we give? And what I can only tell you is that for me, giving is a sacred practice. And I recognize that when I am in the flow means not just that the flow is coming to me, which it does, but it's moving through me. And so giving is part of receiving. It's an infinite flow of life. And so the expression of giving of our money, which is, people stand up here sometimes and they're afraid to say the word money. Money is a good thing. Money is a tool that we use. It is an energy that we use for the good in our lives. And it is the tool that we have right now. And that may change someday. I'm open to it changing someday. So that when we truly, truly get this, money becomes unnecessary. We simply trust and know that we have, and we don't need something to count. But for now, we need something to count. So,
Until that time.
as you hold whatever it is you're offering the center today, if you call it an investment, if you call it your tithe, if you call it your gift, whatever you call it, hold it, recognize the energy of it, and let's speak these words of divine givingness together. They're on your song sheet. Breathing into this idea. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that spirit is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. So we're going to sing My Good by my very good friend Karen Mitchell as the baskets go around.
My good is my God is my good. All the good there is belongs to me. My good is my God is my good. All the good I seek belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My good is my God. My God is my good. I have all I ever need. My good is my God. My good is my joy is my good. All the joy there is belongs to me. My good is my joy is my good. All the joy I seek belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My good is my God. My God is my good. I have all I ever need. My good is my God.
So Carmen, if you would please do a blessing
Absolutely.
over the offering.
A blessing over the offering, for life is always blessed. Life is the blessing, living life fully in joy, with truth as a capital T. And so, these baskets filled with the joy of giving, the joy of love, is already blessed by the giver. And we say, thank you. Thank you. And gratitude is just simply deep appreciation and thank-filledness for always being supported and supplied in every area of our life. This is how it is. This is my word, and I say it so, and together we say, and so it is.
My good is my love is my good. All the love there is belongs to me. My good is my love is my good. All the love I seek belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My good is my God. My God is my good. I have all I ever need. My good is my God. My good is my God. My good is my God. My good is my God.
All right. Oh, so I have a couple of things that I just want to draw your attention to. So the happenings of the center are all on the opposite side of your song lyrics sheet. A couple of things I do want to remind you: Carmen's workshop, play shop. Carmen's Play Shop is coming up on May 14th, 10 a.m. right here at the center. You can purchase your admission to that in the front store. Also, we have happening the 4 Agreements, which is an online activity. If you're afraid of doing something online, don't be. This is super easy. Here's the way it works. Sonia, who is facilitating this, will send you a link. All you have to do is click on that link. It's going to install a little program, and then all of a sudden, Sonia will be on your screen. The other participants will be on your screen, and you'll get to have a conversation about this work, this great, great work by Don Miguel Ruiz, which is the work that transformed my life and put me really on a path to becoming who I am today back in the year 2000 when I was in a devastating low point in my life. Embodying the 4 Agreements really turned my life around. So this is a great opportunity. I encourage you all to take part in that. It's Thursday evenings, May 5th, 12th, June 2nd, and 9th. That is a change from what we originally published. We did have to make a change, so just know it's May 5th, 12th, June 2nd, and 9th, 7 to 8:30 p.m., all online, so you can do it from the comfort of your home. We also still have our ongoing yoga series, which is what I was doing this morning. We had to do our Saturday session on Sunday today, but it is going back to being on Saturdays from now on because we already had a booking in the space when we were looking at the yoga series, so we were not able to utilize the space yesterday. But join us for yoga. You can do a drop-in. It's $15 for the drop-in, and we're having a great time with this series. That's it. We have a new theme coming up in May, spiritual guidance and personal responsibility. Spiritual guidance and personal responsibility is our theme for May. And I also want to let you know that I'm going to go ahead and announce what the next book of the month is. Very fittingly, it is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. So check that out. We do have multiple copies. We have some beautiful illustrated copies which are in our store as well. And do take a look at everything that we have in our store. All right. Am I forgetting anything? No. Let us take a breath. Allow yourself to go to that place of recognition of whatever it is that has touched you here today. Whatever it is that has moved your soul. It may be one thing, it may be many things, but just check in with yourself right here and right now. We're going to honor a little giant that we lost this week with our benediction song. So just breathe that in.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. I only wanted to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you bathing in the purple rain.
So take a breath. Whatever that purple rain means to you, allow yourself to be washed in it right here and right now. Purple being the color of being royal, understanding who we are. Let yourself be bathed in that. Understand that we are all sharing this idea together, each and every one of us. For there is only one presence, one power, one infinite creative resource that is love. It is the universal experience of love that motivates us forward into the lives we each live individualized. For we are each of us perfection in that. We are the love we seek. Right here and right now, there is only love. It courses through this time, through this place. And for this, I am so grateful. I am grateful for this community and for the kinship we share with all of life and how we express this in the world. I live in deep gratitude for all of this. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for everyone who has stepped up here today to make this experience of life possible through this expression called our Sunday celebration. I am so grateful to Linda and Karen, our board members on duty, Judy and Margaret Ann, our greeters today. I'm so grateful to Nick and Chris in the bookstore. I am so grateful for Carrie and Lesia on our sound, Jim and Sharoz on our webcast. I'm so grateful for this incredible group of musicians who bring it every week. And boy, did they bring it this week. I am so grateful. I live in deep gratitude for Linda and her glorious meditation this morning. And I am so grateful for the creation that is Carmen Noseworthy and for what she brings to this community and for her message of love and the deep understanding that each and every one of us matters. I am grateful. And so in this gratitude, I simply relax, release, allow, let go, and trust that all is well, life is good, and we are good in it. That's the truth. This is the truth I live. I release, I let go, and together we say, and so it is.
Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah! Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you underneath the purple rain. Purple There seems to be only one fitting way to end this day. Shall we?
Yeah.